Did you know about Chad's vibrant Ngunu festival? This lively celebration takes place annually during harvest time, bringing the Gumbai community together to honor their ancestors and express gratitude for a bountiful harvest. Imagine witnessing colorful traditional dances with performers adorned in the stunning costumes that reflect the rich culture and history of the region. As the rhythmic beats of djembe drums fill the air, you can feel the energy of the crowd as they join in the festivities. Ancestral flames flicker throughout the event, symbolizing the connection between the living and those who came before. Music and song are woven into the fabric of the festival, with generations sharing stories and songs that echo the spirit of the community. This event is not just about celebration. It's a vital way for the Gumbai people to teach the younger generations about their rich cultural heritage, while fostering a strong sense of community. The Ngunu Festival is truly a feast for the senses and a beautiful testament to the resilience and vibrant spirit of Chad's people. Is it really true that goldfish forget in 3 seconds? That's actually a myth. Despite what cartoons and common beliefs suggest, goldfish have surprisingly good long-term memory. Research shows they can retain information for up to 5 months. In labs, they've been trained to push levers for food, recognize shapes and colors, and even return at specific times for feeding, showing an internal clock at work. They also remember tank mates and human caregivers, learning to associate certain people with food. When put in mazes, goldfish can recall the path to rewards even weeks later. Far from being the forgetful fools of the fish world, these creatures have complex neural processes and a keen sense of curiosity. So the next time someone jokes about a goldfish's short attention span, you'll know the truth is far more fascinating. Believe it or not, a tiger's roar can freeze its prey. Tigers don't just roar to be scary, they weaponize sound. Their roars include infrasound frequencies below the range of human hearing, which can travel over 3 kilometers and physically affect the animals that hear them. These vibrations resonate inside the prey's body, inducing a stunned, frozen reaction that some scientists describe as a kind of temporary paralysis. Unlike normal fear, this physiological response slows motor functions and clouds judgment, just long enough for the tiger to close in for the kill. Researchers believe the sound may interfere with brainwave patterns or trigger a panic reflex that immobilizes the animal. Nature has effectively given tigers a long-distance stun gun. It's an evolutionary superpower that dramatically increases their hunting success. Believe it or not, but Michael Jackson had a surprising friendship. In the dazzling world of pop music, Michael Jackson, often hailed as the king of pop, had a unique bond with child actor Macaulay Culkin, famous for his role in the movie Home Alone. Their friendship blossomed in the 1990s when Culkin was a rising star. They spent countless hours together, bonding over their shared experiences of growing up in the spotlight. Despite their age difference, they found comfort in each other's company. Jackson even chose Culkin to be the godfather of 2 of his children, which is quite a significant honor. This special role illustrates the depth of their connection, as Jackson entrusted him with such an important responsibility. They often had fun adventures like trips to amusement parks, where Jackson could enjoy a sense of normalcy away from the public eye. Their friendship was a beautiful reminder that, even in the glitzy world of entertainment, genuine connections can flourish, showing that love and friendship can transcend age and fame. What if I told you about a bubbling wonder? The Champagne Pool in Waiatapu, New Zealand, is a stunning natural spectacle that leaves visitors in awe. Named for its effervescent bubbles that mimic the fizz of champagne, this geothermal gem boasts vibrant blue-green waters that sparkle under the sunlight. The pool, which reaches high temperatures due to its volcanic surroundings, is not only visually captivating, but also plays host to a unique ecosystem. Its colors arise from minerals like sulfur and silica, creating a kaleidoscope that's truly one of a kind. As the bubbling waters release steam and gas, it's like watching a natural glass of bubbly come to life. Yet it's not just for the eyes. The pool's hot temperatures often lead to interesting geological formations around the edges. If you venture to Waiatapu, be sure to take in the surreal beauty of this thermal wonder. Just remember, while it looks inviting, the waters are boiling hot and not for swimming. So a camera is your best friend here to capture the shimmering magic of this geothermal marvel. What's the buzz around Sweden's vibrant festivals? Sweden is a country rich in traditions, and its festivals are a fantastic way to experience the heart of its Nordic culture. One of the highlights is Midsummer, celebrated around the longest day of the year. People gather to dance around maypoles, sing traditional songs, and feast on delicious dishes like herring and new potatoes. Then there's Lucia Day on December 13, where the enchanting figure of Saint Lucia, dressed in a white gown with a wreath of candles, brings light into the darkness of winter. Schools and communities hold processions, singing sweet songs. Don't forget Walpurgis Night, celebrated on April 30th, which welcomes spring with celebrations that often include bonfires and spirited singing. These festivals are more than just fun. They connect people to their history, nature, and each other. So whether you're waving a flower crown at midsummer or joining a Lucia procession, you're truly stepping into a living tapestry of Swedish heritage. It's these cultural celebrations that brighten the long winters and make Swedish summers unforgettable. Have you ever stopped to think that opossums fake their deaths? When threatened, opossums go full method actor. They enter a trance-like state called thanatosis. It's not just playing dead, it's a full physiological shutdown. Their heart rate drops to near undetectable levels. Their bodies go limp, and they emit a foul smell from anal glands in their mouth that mimics the scent of decay. This gruesome performance convinces many predators to lose interest, assuming the corpse is either rotten or diseased. The opossum may stay like this for minutes or even hours, then slowly recover and creep away. It's an involuntary response triggered by fear, not a conscious decision, but it works like a charm. Millions of years of evolution have turned this peculiar act into a highly effective survival strategy. Surprising truth about bottled water revealed. It might blow your mind to know that many popular bottled water brands are simply filling their bottles with water straight from your local tap. Yes, that's right. Instead of untouched springs, these brands often source their water from public water systems, which means it can contain all the same minerals and additives, like fluoride, that your tap water does. So why pay a hefty price for something that comes from the same place as your kitchen sink? On average, bottled water can cost hundreds of times more than tap water, leading consumers to wonder if they're really getting anything special. The bottled water industry often markets these products by claiming they are purer or healthier, but in many cases, it's just filtered water, and sometimes even with less stringent safety standards than public water supplies. So next time you're reaching for a bottle, consider filling a reusable one from the tap instead. You'll save money and reduce plastic waste, all while enjoying water that's just as safe and refreshing. Ever tried a pencil for a mood boost? It might sound a bit silly, but popping a pencil in your mouth can genuinely lift your spirits. This quirky trick works because when you hold a pencil between your teeth, you engage the same muscles that you use when you smile. Your brain picks up on this physical cue and starts to produce feel-good hormones, like endorphins, which can help improve your mood. It's a fascinating example of how our body language and physical expressions can influence our emotions. In fact, psychologists suggest that the way we hold our facial muscles affects our mood. So next time you're feeling a bit down or stressed, grab a pencil and give it a go. Not only is it a fun and unexpected way to cheer yourself up, but it's also a reminder that we often have more control over our feelings than we might think. Whether you're in the classroom or at home, this simple technique could turn your frown upside down and bring a smile to your face. Ever heard of Snake Island's deadly inhabitants? This Brazilian island, known as Ilha da Queimada Grande, is infamous for being home to the world's most venomous snake, the golden lancehead viper, or Bothrops insularis. Imagine a place where one snake can deliver a venom so potent that it can kill a human in just a few hours. That's why Brazilian authorities made the tough decision to ban access to the island, preserving both the safety of people and the unique ecosystem of these snakes. The golden lancehead is not only fascinating because of its deadly bite, but also due to its incredible adaptation. Over thousands of years, these vipers evolved in isolation, leading to distinctive traits unlike any other snake species. They primarily feed on the island's bird population, a meal made easy by their rapid and efficient hunting skills. So while the island is a dangerous spot for humans, it's a crucial habitat that highlights the importance of biodiversity and the delicate balance of nature. Visiting Snake Island is like stepping into a real-life thriller, but for now, only the snakes get to enjoy its unnerving beauty. Did you know Himba homes are made from cow dung? In the heart of Namibia, the Himba tribe showcases an incredible way of life that defies modern building conventions. These skilled artisans mix clay with cow dung to create their unique homes, commonly called ombu or ovanda. But don't let the idea of cow dung throw you off. This natural building material is both practical and sustainable, offering remarkable insulation from the scorching desert heat. The clay helps solidify the structure, while the dung adds a level of resilience that standard materials just can't match. The combination results in strong, durable homes that hold up well, even in the face of harsh weather conditions. During the day, these homes remain pleasantly cool inside, providing a welcome refuge from the sun's relentless rays. This innovative approach not only reflects the tribe's deep connection to their cultural roots, but also highlights nature's ability to provide ideal solutions for living sustainably in a challenging environment. The Himba people, with their resourceful building methods, truly embody the beauty of harmony between traditional practices and the natural world. What if I told you green eyes are super rare? Around the globe, only about 2% of people have this enchanting eye color. So, what makes green eyes so special? It all boils down to a delightful mix of genetics and a little science. Green eyes develop when there are low levels of melanin, the pigment that gives color to our hair, skin, and eyes, in combination with the scattering of light that occurs in the iris. Think of it like a mesmerizing optical illusion. The unique combination of hues gives off that stunning green sparkle, which can range from a pale, almost golden shade to a deep, rich emerald. Interestingly, green eyes are more common in certain populations, such as those from Northern and Central Europe. In contrast, people with darker complexions typically have brown eyes due to higher melanin levels. And while green-eyed folks might be few and far between, their captivating look has long inspired myths and stories, often symbolizing mystery, charm, and even magic. So next time you meet someone with green eyes, remember, they're one of nature's rare gems. Did you know otters have a favorite stone? This delightful fact adds another layer to our understanding of these playful creatures. Otters are not just adorable, they're also crafty little tool users. Each otter has a special stone that it carries around, often tucked away in a little pocket under their arm or in a loose pouch on their belly. This stone isn't just for show, it's a crucial tool. Otters use their favorite rocks to crack open hard-shelled animals, like mollusks and crustaceans, which are tasty treats for them. Imagine them floating on their backs, holding their prized stone in one paw while munching away. This behavior not only showcases their intelligence, but also their playful nature. In fact, some otters even have a collection of stones, choosing the perfect one for each meal. So next time you watch an otter at a zoo or in a documentary, take a moment to appreciate their unique relationship with these stones. They're not just playing around, they're demonstrating a fascinating part of how they interact with their environment. Did you know female Komodo dragons can have babies alone? This fascinating ability is known as parthenogenesis, where a female can reproduce without needing a male. It's like a superpower in the animal kingdom. In the case of the Komodo dragon, when a female uses this method, she always produces male offspring. Imagine that! While this might seem strange, it actually helps the species survive in situations where finding a mate might be tough, such as isolated environments. These tough reptiles are the largest living lizards and can be found only in certain parts of Indonesia. The process of parthenogenesis lets a female dragon ensure that her genes carry on, even if she can't find a partner. However, it's not the most common route for reproduction because having genetic diversity usually leads to healthier populations. Still, it's a remarkable example of how nature adapts and thrives in unique ways. So next time you think about the wonders of wildlife, remember the incredible female Komodo dragon and her ability to create life all on her own. Did you know offices used to be so different? The action office system, created in the 1960s, really shook things up in how we think about office spaces. Before this revolution, offices were often lined with rigid cubicles, fostering isolation and limiting creativity. But the action office system introduced a flexible, open layout that encouraged people to interact and collaborate. Imagine desks that could be rearranged, community spaces for brainstorming, and the freedom to personalize your work area. This shift helped to break down barriers, allowing for more communication and innovation among coworkers. Such an environment boosted creativity and made work feel less like a chore and more like a community effort. Today, many modern offices, with their trendy lounges and communal workspaces, owe a great deal to this groundbreaking system. The way we work and collaborate has evolved significantly, all thanks to a push for a more dynamic and engaging office atmosphere. So next time you step into an office that's buzzing with energy, think back to how far we've come since that era of stiff, solitary cubicles. Who would have thought that quokkas always look happy? The quokka's viral fame stems from its irresistibly cheerful expression, a wide-eyed, open-mouthed smile that melts hearts online. But behind the grin is biology, not joy. Their facial structure naturally forms a pleasant look, regardless of mood. That said, quokkas truly are more sociable than most wild animals. Native to predator-free islands in Australia, they've evolved without the instinct to fear humans. Over generations, their willingness to approach people brought food rewards, favoring the survival of friendly individuals. As a result, modern quokkas are bold, curious, and often interact directly with tourists. Their behavior is a case study in how evolutionary pressures, not emotions, can shape the friendliness of a species. So next time you see a quokka selfie, remember, it's not smiling for the camera. It's thriving thanks to a perfect mix of charm and adaptation. What if I told you about the tallest bridge ever? The Millau Viaduct in France is not just another pretty structure. It's a breathtaking engineering marvel that towers over the landscape at a stunning 343 meters, 125 feet. Located in the scenic south of France, this cable-stayed bridge gracefully spans the Tarn River Valley, connecting the towns of Millau and Cressels. Imagine standing on the bridge and looking down. You're higher than the Eiffel Tower. Opened in 2004, the Millau Viaduct was designed by French engineer Michel Virloju and architect Norman Foster, featuring sleek lines and a minimalistic design that blends harmoniously with the rugged terrain. It has become a symbol of innovation and elegance, attracting visitors from all over the world who come to marvel at its height and beauty. Moreover, this impressive bridge not only helps ease traffic congestion, but also serves as an iconic showcase of modern engineering. So the next time you think about bridges, remember that in France, there's one that truly stands above the rest. Believe it or not, Versace's logo has a surprising story. The iconic Medusa head that graces the Versace brand is not just a stylish emblem. It has a fascinating origin rooted in history. Italian designer Gianni Versace discovered the image while exploring archaeological ruins close to his childhood home in Calabria, Italy. Intrigued by the deep connection it held to ancient mythology and culture, he chose Medusa as a symbol for his fashion house. In Greek mythology, Medusa is known as a gorgon with snakes for hair, turning anyone who gazes upon her into stone. Yet Versace saw her as a powerful figure, representing beauty and strength, reflecting his vision for bold, daring designs. By choosing Medusa, he embraced the idea that fashion should evoke emotions and provoke thoughts, much like art. This choice has not only made the logo instantly recognizable, but also tied the essence of the brand to a rich cultural heritage. So next time you spot that Medusa head, remember it's more than just a logo. It's a story of art, history, and a fearless spirit. Here's a wild fact about avocados that will amaze you. Most fruits are known for their sweetness and low-fat content, but avocados break the mold in a delicious way. Unlike your typical apple or orange, avocados pack a unique punch with a high-fat content, mostly made up of heart-healthy monounsaturated fatty acids. This beneficial fat is the same kind found in olive oil and is great for your heart, helping to lower bad cholesterol and raise good cholesterol. So while we often think of fats as something to avoid, the fat in avocados actually does your body good. This creamy fruit is not only tasty, but also incredibly versatile. You can blend it into smoothies, spread it on toast, or mash it into guacamole. Plus, avocados are loaded with vitamins and minerals like potassium, vitamin K, and folate, making them a nutritional powerhouse. So the next time you enjoy that buttery goodness, remember that avocados are not just a tasty treat, but a smart choice for your health. Why is J missing from the periodic table? It's a curious fact that the letter J holds the dubious honor of being the only letter not represented on the periodic table. The periodic table is like a grand organizer of all known chemical elements, helping scientists and students easily navigate the building blocks of everything around us. Each element has its own unique symbol, usually derived from its name, and letters from the alphabet are used to represent these symbols. However, when it comes to the design of the table, the letter J simply didn't make the cut. This is partly due to the element's origins and naming conventions, as many were named long ago in Latin or Greek, languages where the letter J did not exist in the same form we use today. Instead, we see letters like H for hydrogen, C for carbon, and many others well represented. Interestingly, the absence of J on the table doesn't imply that there aren't elements that could theoretically have started with it. It just reflects the history of how these elements were discovered and classified. So next time you glance at the periodic table, consider the fascinating quirks behind its arrangement and the stories it tells about science's past. Here's something incredible about newborn deer. When fawns make their entrance into the world, they come with a remarkable adaptation. They lack any scent. This unique feature is a clever survival tactic that helps keep them hidden from predators such as wolves and bears. Imagine being a tiny, helpless fawn lying still in the grass, blending in perfectly with your surroundings while nature plays its game of hide and seek. Most animals rely on their sense of smell to find their food, and without a scent, fawns are like invisible little ninjas in the wild. Their mothers know the importance of this survival strategy, often leaving their young in a safe spot while they venture off to graze. This way, the fawn stays hidden and safe from danger. But it doesn't stop there. As they grow, fawns begin to develop their own scent, which helps them bond with their mothers and eventually learn the ways of the forest. So next time you see a young deer, remember their survival is a combination of cleverness and the wonders of nature. Let's uncover the truth about the Lofoten Islands. Nestled above the Arctic Circle in Norway, the Lofoten Islands are a breathtaking blend of nature and culture. Known for their towering, rugged mountains and deep, mesmerizing fjords, these islands offer stunning landscapes that change dramatically with the seasons. During summer, visitors can experience the midnight sun, where the sun never sets, creating magical evenings filled with soft light. In contrast, winter brings a chance to witness the awe-inspiring northern lights dancing across the sky, making the islands a popular destination for photographers and adventurers alike. But the Lofoten Islands are more than just picturesque views. They are steeped in rich culture where fishing plays a vital role. Generations of locals have thrived in this industry, relying on the bountiful waters for their livelihoods. If you wander through traditional fishing villages, you'll find vibrant red rorbu, fishermen's cabins, that tell stories of the past. So whether you're an avid angler, a nature lover, or someone seeking adventure, the Lofoten Islands have something unforgettable to offer. Did you know Jamaica gave us reggae and the fastest man? This vibrant Caribbean island is famous not just for its stunning beaches and lush landscapes, but also as a cultural powerhouse. Jamaica is the birthplace of reggae music, a genre that blends rhythm, soul, and social commentary, famously brought to the world by the legendary Bob Marley. His songs, filled with messages of love and resilience, have made an indelible mark on music history, inspiring countless artists across the globe. But that's not all. Jamaica also proudly claims Usain Bolt, the world's fastest man and a sprinting legend. With his remarkable speed and charismatic personality, Bolt has won multiple Olympic gold medals and holds the world record for the 100-meter dash, clocking in at an astonishing 9.58 seconds. Together, Marley's and Bolt's legacies showcase Jamaica's rich contributions to the world of entertainment and sports. So next time you hear a reggae beat or catch a glimpse of a sprint event, remember the incredible talents that this small island has gifted us. Ever wondered why highways need constant maintenance? Aging highway infrastructure, tricky weather conditions, and the constant flow of vehicles all play a big role in the need for ongoing maintenance of U.S. highways. Imagine driving on a bumpy road with potholes. It's not just uncomfortable, but it can be dangerous too. As time passes, highways experience wear and tear from heavy trucks and cars, which can cause cracks and other issues. Add in unpredictable weather, think rain, snow, and extreme heat, and it's easy to see how these factors speed up deterioration. This means that road crews are always busy patching up surfaces, repainting lines, and ensuring safety signs are visible. Regular maintenance not only helps to improve safety for drivers, but also extends the life of the highways, saving money in the long run. So when you hit the road and notice construction or repair, remember it's all about keeping our infrastructure safe and functional for everyone. Who would have thought that a snake isn't responding to music but to vibrations? The classic image of a cobra dancing to a snake charmer's flute is wildly misunderstood. Snakes are nearly deaf to airborne sound. They lack external ears and eardrums. Instead, they sense low-frequency ground vibrations through their jawbones, which are in direct contact with the earth. These vibrations are transmitted to the inner ear, giving them a surprisingly sharp awareness of movement around them. When a snake appears to follow the flute, it's actually reacting to the vibrations caused by the charmer's footsteps and instrument motion. Without movement, the snake quickly loses interest. More impressively, this sensitivity allows snakes to detect approaching animals or even seismic activity, making them living motion sensors. The music myth masks the truth. Snakes are tuned not to sound, but to the heartbeat of the ground beneath them. What if I told you about Makoros in Africa? These traditional canoes are a unique way to explore the breathtaking Okavango Delta in Botswana. Imagine gliding silently across lush channels, serene lagoons, and small islands, all while surrounded by pristine nature. The Delta is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, known for its incredible biodiversity. While paddling in a makoro, you might spot elephants wandering the banks or hear the calls of colorful birds flitting through the trees. The experience is tranquil and immersive, allowing you to connect deeply with the rich ecosystem around you. Guided by skilled locals, you'll learn about the flora and fauna of the Delta, discovering plants used for food and medicine. It's a fantastic opportunity for wildlife photography or simply enjoying the peaceful sounds of nature. Whether you seek adventure or relaxation, a Makoro ride in the Okavango Delta offers a memorable escape from everyday life. Ready to embark on this adventure? Have you ever seen a double rainbow in the sky? A double rainbow is truly one of nature's most enchanting spectacles. Picture this. As sunlight breaks through after a storm, it hits raindrops hanging in the air, acting like tiny prisms that bend and split the light into a dazzling array of colors. This incredible optical phenomenon features two concentric rainbows, with the brighter, more vivid inner rainbow and a fainter outer one that appears in reverse order of colors. The deeper you observe, the more magic you can find. The outer rainbow is usually a lot wider and can sometimes take on a soft, pastel look. People often feel awe when witnessing this breathtaking display, and many cultures have linked double rainbows to good luck or even a sign of something special on the horizon. So the next time you see one, take a moment to appreciate the science behind it and revel in the beauty that nature offers. These colorful arcs remind us of the wonders that can emerge from rain and sunshine alike. Ever heard of a flamboyance of flamingos? This delightful term perfectly captures the colorful charm of these beautiful birds. Flamingos are not just noted for their stunning pink feathers, which come from the food they eat, like shrimp and algae. Their social behavior is just as fascinating. When you see them together, it's not just a random gathering. A group of flamingos often forms tight-knit communities, showcasing their unique, eye-catching dance moves and synchronized preening rituals. Did you know that the more flamboyant the group, the more likely they are to attract mates? This vibrant display is essential in various social interactions and mating rituals. Flamingos communicate through a variety of vocalizations and body language, conveying everything from alarm to affection. As you watch these slender-legged creatures wading gracefully in the water, remember that their flamboyance isn't just about their looks. It's woven into their social lives too. So next time you spot a gathering of flamingos, just think, you're witnessing a true flamboyance in action. Believe it or not, a duck's feet are nature's perfect oars. Ducks have evolved webbed feet that operate like highly efficient paddles. During a swim stroke, the webbing spreads out to push more water, generating thrust. On the return stroke, the toes fold inward, reducing drag. This efficient design enables ducks to swim with minimal energy loss, reaching speeds of 8 km/h and diving up to 3 meters deep. Their feet also contain a special vascular system that conserves heat in cold water, allowing ducks to stay active even in icy conditions. The outer layer is reinforced with keratin, preventing cuts from sharp underwater objects. Add to that precise muscular control, and ducks become highly maneuverable swimmers. These webbed feet are nature's engineering marvel. Paddle, rudder, and heat exchanger combined. Check out the mystery of Glastonbury Tor. This iconic hill in Somerset, England, isn't just a stunning sight, it's steeped in history and legend. Glastonbury Tor rises dramatically over the town of Glastonbury, crowned by the crumbling remains of a church tower that dates back to the medieval period. But what makes this hill truly special is its place in ancient lore. Many believe it has been a sacred site for centuries, attracting pilgrims and spiritual seekers alike. The Tor is often linked to the story of King Arthur and the quest for the Holy Grail, adding an enchanting layer to its allure. Some say that this legendary king was buried on the hill, while others believe it marks the entrance to the mythical Avalon, a land of healing and magic. Today, visitors flock to Glastonbury Tor, not only for its breathtaking views, but also to experience its rich tapestry of stories and spiritual energy. Whether you're a history buff or just looking for a unique adventure, Glastonbury Tor invites you to explore its mysteries and discover the magic of this stunning landmark. What if I told you selfies have been around since 1839? It might sound surprising, but the very first recorded selfie was snapped by a man named Robert Cornelius. This guy wasn't just any photographer, he was a true pioneer in the world of photography in the United States. Picture this. Cornelius set up his camera in front of his family's shop in Philadelphia, removed the lens cap, and stood there patiently for several minutes, letting the light capture his likeness. Back then, getting a photo wasn't as quick as a tap on your phone. Instead, it took quite a bit of time, so Cornelius had to stay perfectly still to ensure a clear image. When he finally revealed his selfie, it marked a significant moment in the history of photography. How wild is that? Today, we can snap selfies in an instant, but Cornelius's picture was a big deal during his time. It reminds us how far technology has come and how capturing our own image has fascinated people for centuries. Can you imagine a country where gifts are a must? In Taiwan, gift-giving is more than just a kind gesture. It's a heartfelt tradition that plays a significant role in social gatherings. When you're invited to someone's home, it's customary to bring a little something as a token of appreciation. Popular choices include beautifully packaged tea, sweet candies, or fresh fruits, showcasing the host's hospitality and your thoughtfulness. The act of giving gifts isn't merely about the items themselves, but rather the connections they symbolize between friends and family. This practice is deeply woven into the fabric of Taiwanese culture, reflecting values of respect and gratitude. Whether it's a festive occasion or just a casual visit, presenting a gift is an expression of goodwill that strengthens relationships. It's also a wonderful way to share a piece of your culture or delight your host with local treats. So if you ever find yourself in Taiwan, don't forget to bring along a little present. It could be an exciting taste of the local flavors or a straightforward symbol of your appreciation. Did you know icebergs can sing? The park's icy landscape is a breathtaking wonder, with glaciers, fjords, and towering icebergs creating a scene that feels straight out of a fairy tale. Imagine standing on the edge of a stunning fjord, surrounded by sheer cliffs and sparkling blue waters, where the sound of cracking ice fills the air. That's the unique music of the icebergs, each sound telling a story of ancient frozen beauty. Glaciers, the rivers of ice that flow slowly down mountains, create these magnificent icebergs when they break free, a process known as calving. As they drift and melt, they reveal their crystalline interiors, making every iceberg a spectacular piece of nature's artwork. This dynamic environment is constantly changing, as wind, sun, and the ocean work together to shape the landscape. Whether you're kayaking through narrow fjords or witnessing a glacier's majestic movement, this icy realm is a reminder of the power of nature and the delicate balance of our planet's ecosystems. So, next time you see an iceberg, remember, it's not just a massive chunk of ice, it's a vibrant part of a larger story. Guess what really drives the Mississippi River's droughts? In recent times, the majestic Mississippi River has faced serious challenges, particularly with drought conditions affecting its flow. Since July 2024, water levels in the lower parts of this vital waterway have plummeted to 8 feet below their historic average. Such drastic changes can have significant consequences, not only for wildlife that depends on the river's ecosystem, but also for the communities that rely on it for transportation and irrigation. Lower water levels can hinder shipping routes, making it harder and more expensive to transport goods like grain and coal. Additionally, as the river shrinks, it reveals banks that can contribute to erosion and impact the local wildlife habitat. Climate change plays a prominent role in these conditions, intensifying weather patterns that lead to prolonged dryness in some areas, while potentially increasing precipitation in others. Understanding the interplay between climate, ecology, and human activities is crucial as we seek solutions to protect this iconic river. How can we work together to ensure the Mississippi thrives again? Curious about long necks? Meet the Padang women. The Karen Padang tribe, also known as the Kayan Lahwi, has a fascinating cultural tradition that captures the imagination. From a young age, girls begin wearing brass rings around their necks, with the practice starting as early as 5 years old. These rings are not mere accessories. They are a symbol of beauty and cultural identity. As more rings are added over the years, the weight of the brass gradually pushes down on the collarbone, creating the illusion of an elongated neck. Many believe this practice dates back centuries and serves as a rite of passage for women in the tribe, marking their maturation into adulthood. While some view it as an extreme form of body modification, for the Padang women, it is a cherished part of their heritage and societal role. However, this tradition has sparked discussions about beauty standards and cultural preservation in modern times, as outsiders may view it differently. Despite the controversies, the Padang women proudly wear their brass rings, showcasing a deep connection to their culture and history. Did you know Beyoncé's name has a special meaning? Beyoncé Giselle Knowles-Carter, one of the most celebrated music icons of our time, carries a beautiful piece of family history within her name. Her first name, Beyoncé, is actually a tribute to her mother, Tina Knowles' maiden name. This connection is a heartfelt nod to her family's roots and the legacy they've built together. The uniqueness of her name mirrors her own distinct style and artistry in the music industry, making it easy to recognize and remember. Growing up, Beyoncé was influenced by a mixture of music, dance, and performance, which led her to rise to fame as a member of Destiny's Child before launching her powerhouse solo career. Her name isn't just a name, it's part of her personal story and a reminder of where she came from. With countless awards under her belt and a passion for empowering others, Beyoncé's journey from her mother's maiden name to a global superstar showcases the profound influence of heritage and personal identity in shaping incredible talents. You won't believe how affordable utilities are in Russia. In a country known for its vast landscapes and rich culture, living expenses can often surprise newcomers. For instance, the average monthly cost for essential utilities like electricity, water, and heating is about $52. That's a steal compared to many other countries, but it doesn't stop there. Public transportation in cities is extremely convenient and budget-friendly. A student subway pass can cost as little as $6 a month, making it easy for young people to get around without burning a hole in their pockets. Even a regular subway ticket is just around $34 monthly, which is quite reasonable for daily commuters. With such low cost for utilities and transportation, residents in Russia can enjoy a comfortable lifestyle, allowing them to spend more on leisure activities or delicious food. So whether you're a student, a working professional, or just curious about life in Russia, these prices show just how accessible everyday living can be in this fascinating country. Did you know that lions are true family kings? Despite their image as solitary hunters, lions thrive in structured social units called prides. Complex family groups often containing up to 30 members. These are not random gatherings but tightly knit kinships with several males protecting a territory as large as 250 kilometers and a network of closely related lionesses handling the bulk of the hunting. The females use intelligent teamwork. Some chase prey into ambushes, while others wait in silence for the perfect moment to strike. Even more fascinating, lionesses synchronize their breeding cycles and raise their cubs communally, often nursing each other's young. Meanwhile, dominant males guard the pride against rival males and predators, sometimes fighting to the death to retain control. This coordinated social structure maximizes hunting success, ensures cub survival, and secures territory, making lions not just kings of strength, but monarchs of cooperation and strategy. Turns out the truth is that Indy 500 thrills millions. This legendary race, held annually at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, is a crown jewel in the world of motorsports. Known as the greatest spectacle in racing, the Indy 500 draws over 300,000 fans to the track each Memorial Day weekend. It isn't just about speed. The race is steeped in tradition, starting with the famous driving the pace car and the iconic, "Gentlemen, start your engines." The 500-mile race features some of the best drivers from around the globe, competing not just for a trophy, but for a spot in motorsport history. The excitement is palpable as cars zoom around the track at terrifying speeds, with the roar of the engines echoing throughout the stands. Fans also enjoy a unique atmosphere, with festivities and tailgating that add to the thrill. From speedway legends like AJ Foyt to modern stars like Helio Castroneves, the Indy 500 has produced unforgettable moments for fans and drivers alike. Would you dare to feel that rush in person? Hard to believe, but the electric catfish is an underwater stun gun. Lurking in African rivers, the electric catfish may appear slow and harmless, but it harbors a shocking secret, literally. Species like Malapterurus electricus have evolved an internal electric organ made from modified muscle cells that can release bursts of electricity up to 350 volts. This jolt can instantly paralyze small fish, knock items from human hands, and even stun larger animals like perch or small crocodiles. The shock only lasts a few seconds, but it's enough to leave prey floating helplessly. The catfish then calmly swims up and gulps its immobilized meal. Unlike electric eels that use pulses, this catfish delivers a sustained burst, making it one of the most efficient aquatic predators in murky waters. It's a self-charging battery with fins, a natural marvel that uses bioelectricity for both defense and offense. Ever thought about why Christmas feels so magical? Volunteers play a crucial role in making the holiday season special for children, ensuring that every kid gets a personalized reply to their letters. With countless letters arriving from children around the world, these dedicated individuals bring the spirit of Christmas to life. Each response is crafted with care, aiming to make every child feel valued and cherished. This year, organizations like the North Pole Workshop and other local charities have gathered volunteers who are passionate about preserving this tradition. They carefully read each letter, often adorned with drawings and wishes, and respond with warmth, encouragement, and sometimes even a simple toy suggestion. This personal touch helps to spark joy and maintain the wonder of Christmas, reminding children that their dreams matter. By dedicating their time, volunteers create a connection that goes beyond just letters. They build a sense of community and create memories that last a lifetime. Isn't it heartwarming to know that so many people are committed to spreading happiness during this joyful season? Hard to believe, but yachts can float on a boat. Meet the Jet Servant, a remarkable 700-foot-long vessel specially constructed to transport super yachts. Imagine a floating harbor that can carry up to 36 luxurious yachts at once. This incredible ship works by submerging its hull, allowing the yachts to float right above it. Think of it as a massive, floating platform that supports these magnificent boats while they travel over water. The design not only ensures a smooth ride for the yachts, but also saves time and effort for yacht owners when moving their prized possessions. Instead of navigating through busy shipping lanes or dealing with the hassle of individual transport, the Jet Servant provides a clever and efficient solution. As the yacht sector grows, innovations like the Jet Servant are becoming essential, and they highlight just how ingenious engineering can truly be. It turns the concept of yacht transportation on its head, making it more accessible for everyone who wants to enjoy the open water in style. Chess is Armenia's secret weapon for success? In the heart of Armenia, chess isn't just a game, it's a way of life. Since 2011, this ancient sport has been made mandatory in schools for children starting from the age of 6. Imagine little ones battling it out on the chessboard, not just for fun, but as part of their normal curriculum. This initiative aims to sharpen their minds, improve critical thinking, and cultivate a spirit of competition among young students. It's a clever strategy. The Armenian government believes that teaching chess can develop strategic skills that will serve kids well beyond the classroom, shaping future leaders and thinkers. Interestingly, Armenia has a rich history in chess, producing world-class players like Tigran Petrosyan and Levan Aronian, which makes this emphasis on the game feel even more fitting. So next time you see a child deep in thought over a chessboard, you might just be witnessing a future champion being forged in Armenia, a tiny nation with a giant passion for chess. You won't believe this about American vigilance. In the United States, quickly reporting suspicious activities is not just common, it's seen as an essential civic duty. While in Belarus, Russia, and much of Europe, this practice is often labeled informing in the U.S., it reflects a strong culture of vigilance. Americans tend to act fast when they notice something amiss in their neighborhoods, like an unfamiliar person lurking or strange noises at odd hours. This instinct to report anomalies to the police stems from a deep-rooted belief in safety and public order. Residents believe that a watchful eye can prevent crime and help keep everyone safe, which creates a sense of community well-being. Interestingly, many Americans will act without needing prompts or encouragement. They simply feel responsible for their surroundings. This cultural perspective emphasizes that participating in local safety is not meddlesome, but rather heroic, and it's a duty every citizen shares. How does this mindset compare to your own country's approach to safety? Did you know about the rare albino zebras? These stunning creatures are not just a different shade of regular zebras. They are a rare marvel of nature. Albino zebras stand out due to a genetic mutation that affects melanin production in their bodies. This lack of pigment means that instead of the usual black and white stripes, their skin appears white or a light shade, with very light or even pinkish stripes. This condition is incredibly rare in the wild, making sightings of albino zebras a special event for wildlife enthusiasts and researchers alike. The absence of melanin can lead to additional challenges for these zebras too, such as increased vulnerability to the sun, as their lighter skin lacks the protective benefits of darker pigmentation. Their unique appearance can also impact their social interactions in herds, as well as their camouflage abilities from predators. Fascination around albino animals raises interesting questions about survival and adaptation in the animal kingdom. Just imagine spotting one of these beautiful, rare zebras roaming the savanna, a true gem of the wilderness. Can you believe the power of a puzzle? It all started in 1974 when Hungarian professor Erno Rubik came up with the Rubik's Cube, which has since transformed into a global sensation. This colorful cube, with its simple yet challenging design, has captivated millions of minds around the world. You might think it's just a toy, but it's a brain workout that has sold over 350 million units globally, making it one of the most sought-after toys in history. The allure of the Rubik's Cube lies in its blend of creativity and logic. Every twist and turn poses a new challenge, inviting both kids and adults to test their problem-solving skills. From speed cubing competitions to quirky art installations, the cube has woven itself into popular culture, inspiring everything from video games to fashion. Can you imagine how many hours of puzzling fun have been spent trying to solve its colorful labyrinth? Whether you're a seasoned cuber or just beginning, this iconic puzzle continues to challenge us and ignite our imaginations, proving that sometimes the simplest ideas lead to the biggest impacts. Imagine for a moment that the narwhal's tusk is real. It looks like fantasy, but the narwhal's iconic spiral tusk is no mythical horn. It's a real sensory organ with astonishing function. This 3-meter-long tooth, emerging from the upper left jaw of most males, contains millions of nerve endings and is sensitive enough to detect changes in water temperature, salinity, and pressure. Scientists believe narwhals use it like a sonar antenna, guiding them through the Arctic's icy labyrinths. They've even observed tusking behavior, narwhals rubbing tusks together in what may be a form of communication or dominance display. Some cultures once believed these tusks came from unicorns. Today we know they're instruments of biological elegance and precision. Part weapon, part sensor, part symbol. The narwhal's tusk is one of the most fascinating natural adaptations in the marine world. Believe it or not, emotional pain can hurt just like physical pain. It's fascinating to learn that our brains don't really differentiate between emotional and physical suffering. When we face a heart-wrenching breakup or the loss of a loved one, our brains light up in the same way they do when we stub our toe or get a nasty bruise. This happens because certain brain areas, particularly those involved in processing pain, become active during emotional distress. So when you feel a heavy weight on your chest after a painful experience, your brain is signaling to you that you're in real distress, just like it would if you were injured. This connection may explain why some people say they can feel an ache in their heart from sadness, and it highlights how crucial it is to address emotional health with the same attention we give to our physical well-being. When we understand that our feelings can be just as impactful as physical injuries, we can better navigate our mental health and seek support when we need it. Discover the secrets of Borneo's 3 nations. This stunning island, the 3rd largest in the world, is a vibrant tapestry woven with the threads of Malaysia, Indonesia, and Brunei. The Indonesian section, known as Kalimantan, is the most expansive, covering an impressive 80% of Borneo's land. Each part of the island boasts unique cultures, languages, and traditions, making Borneo a melting pot of diversity. Imagine exploring lush rainforests filled with exotic wildlife and indigenous tribes that have lived in harmony with nature for centuries. In Malaysia, you can visit bustling cities and expansive tea plantations, while Brunei, a tiny but wealthy sultanate, shines with its opulent mosques and lush parks. The island faces challenges like deforestation and habitat loss, but it's also a hotspot for ecotourism, drawing visitors eager to experience its breathtaking beauty and rich biodiversity. Whether you're kayaking through tranquil rivers, hiking up mountains, or just soaking in the culture, Borneo promises an adventure like no other, showcasing the beauty of nature and humanity intertwined. Did you know Vin Diesel loves Dungeons & Dragons? It's hard to picture the tough guy from action movies like Fast and Furious, sitting around a table rolling dice. But that's exactly what he does. Vin Diesel isn't just a Hollywood superstar, he's a passionate gamer who has embraced the world of D&D for more than 2 decades. His love for the game started in his childhood and has flourished since then. In interviews, Diesel has shared stories about how playing Dungeons & Dragons helped shape his imagination and creativity. He's not just a casual player either. He dives deep into the role-playing experience, crafting characters and stories that thrill him and his friends. His enthusiasm for gaming even influenced his work, inspiring some of the roles he's taken on. So next time you see him in a high-octane action scene, remember, behind the muscle and grit, there's a devoted gamer who knows the magic of a good story and the adventure of teamwork, just like in a classic D&D campaign. Did you know NASA once wasted millions on a pen? During the Cold War, a fascinating race was on between the United States and the Soviet Union, not just for space exploration, but also for innovation. NASA invested a whopping amount of money to develop a pen that could write in the challenging conditions of zero gravity, where regular pens would fail due to the lack of gravity pulling the ink down. They produced a sophisticated ballpoint pen that could write underwater, in extreme temperatures, and even upside down. On the other hand, Russian cosmonauts took a more straightforward route, using pencils instead. Pencils, though seemingly simple, were practical and effective, but they did have some drawbacks. The wood shavings could create debris, and if a pencil broke, you could also end up with flying bits. However, this difference in approach highlights not just a battle of technology, but also a clash of philosophies. While NASA focused on advanced engineering solutions, the Soviets relied on an age-old tool. It's a quirky little anecdote about how innovation can take multiple forms. Here's something incredible about the Mavil Cave. Tucked away in Romania, the Mavil Cave is like a hidden world that has existed in isolation for around 5.5 million years. This remarkable place, discovered in 1986 by a group of curious drillers, is home to a unique ecosystem that has developed without any sunlight. Instead of photosynthesis, life here survives on chemical reactions between the prey and the toxic gases that fill the air, including hydrogen sulfide and carbon dioxide. Imagine a place where creatures you've never seen thrive in complete darkness, like translucent spiders and strange, eyeless crustaceans. Scientists believe that the extreme conditions of the cave have led to incredibly specialized organisms that exist nowhere else on Earth. The cave's rich history and unusual inhabitants offer a fantastic glimpse into how life might adapt in extreme environments, which intrigues biologists and other researchers. Studying Mavil Cave can even inspire us to think about life on distant planets, where conditions could be just as harsh. So next time you think of ecosystems, remember the mysteries lurking in the dark depths of the Mavil Cave. Guess what the cockroach can teach us about nutrition? In the fascinating world of insects, some surprises can come from the unlikeliest of places. The cockroach species Diploptera punctata has garnered attention for its unique way of nurturing its young. Rather than laying eggs, these roaches produce a special substance filled with proteins, which they feed to their babies. This protein-rich food is actually more energy-dense than cow's milk, making it an intriguing candidate for a superfood. Researchers are exploring its potential, as its high nutritional value could offer a sustainable food source in the future. However, there's a catch. Right now, it isn't feasible to mass-produce this insect delicacy, so it remains more of a scientific curiosity than a staple on our dinner plates. So the next time you think about the cockroach, remember that this misunderstood creature has more to offer than just creepy, crawly vibes. It could help shape new approaches to nutrition in a world eager for sustainable solutions. Let's uncover the truth about Tuscany, Italy. This stunning region is not just a pretty picture. It's a treasure trove of captivating landscapes, vibrant culture, and delectable food. Think of rolling hills dressed in vibrant green, dotted with vineyards and olive groves, all under the bright Tuscan sun. Cities like Florence, Siena, and Pisa are not just historical landmarks, but living museums filled with art, architecture, and remarkable history. Florence, the birthplace of the Renaissance, boasts masterpieces from legendary artists like Michelangelo and Botticelli. Meanwhile, Siena's medieval charm will transport you back in time, especially during the thrilling Palio horse race. And let's not forget the mouth-watering gastronomy. From hearty pasta dishes to world-class wines, the flavors of Tuscany tantalize the taste buds. Each bite tells a story of tradition and passion. So next time you think of Italy, remember, Tuscany is calling with its beauty and rich heritage. Are you ready to experience it? Here's a wild fact about coin history. Did you know that coins have been made in fascinating ways for centuries? Traditionally, they were crafted by striking metal between engraved dies or casting them in molds. This labor-intensive process required skilled artisans to ensure each coin had the right shape and design. However, everything changed in the 18th century with the introduction of steam-powered machinery. This innovative technology revolutionized coin production by allowing for a much faster and efficient process. Instead of relying solely on human strength, machines could produce coins in greater quantities and with more consistent quality. Imagine how many coins could be minted in a single day with steam power. This shift not only made coins more accessible, but also fueled economic growth by allowing countries to expand their trade. The evolution of coin manufacturing illustrates how technology can transform even the most traditional practices. Isn't it amazing how a simple piece of money can carry such a rich history? Leap into history at the first bungee site. The Kawarau Gorge Suspension Bridge in New Zealand isn't just a bridge. It's the mecca for thrill seekers. This amazing structure, soaring 43 meters above the stunning Kawarau River, holds the title of the world's first commercial bungee jumping site, opening its doors to adrenaline junkies back in 1988. Imagine standing on the edge, heart racing, looking down at the rushing water below, while being surrounded by breathtaking landscapes that seem straight out of a postcard. The bridge not only serves as a launching pad for daring jumpers, but also links to the picturesque Queenstown Trail, which is a favorite among hikers and bikers. As you walk or ride along this trail, you can take in the mesmerizing views of the gorge and river, making for an unforgettable adventure that combines nature with a touch of excitement. Whether you're ready to take the plunge or just enjoy the views, the Kawarau Bridge is a must-visit destination that captures the spirit of adventure in New Zealand. Surprising facts about women's rights in Qatar. In the heart of the Middle East, Qatari women enjoy some privileges that set them apart from their counterparts in several other Arab nations. For instance, women in Qatar have access to free education, which empowers them to pursue careers and even run their own businesses. They can climb the ranks in government, partaking in leadership roles that shape the country's future. Yet it's important to note that despite these advancements, there are still cultural expectations that can limit their independence. Many Qatari women need to seek permission from male relatives for certain activities, reflecting a mix of modernity and tradition. Interestingly, Qatari women are also recognized for their taste in luxury, often indulging in lavish spending on high-end items. This pursuit of luxury showcases a desire for self-expression and status, contributing to a fascinating cultural fabric that includes both empowerment and traditional values. So, while progress is evident in areas like education and employment, the path to complete independence remains a complex journey for women in Qatar. Surprisingly, the shoebill looks like a living dinosaur. With its hulking frame, steely gaze, and enormous shoe-shaped bill, the shoebill stork, Baleniceps rex, is a bird that seems plucked straight from the Jurassic. Found in the swamps of Central Africa, this silent predator can stand over 1.2 meters tall and remain still for hours while hunting. When it strikes, it does so with terrifying precision, snatching fish, frogs, and even baby crocodiles. Its prehistoric appearance is matched by its behavior, slow, deliberate, and intense. The giant beak crushes prey with a snap as loud as a rifle crack. Despite its imposing look, the shoebill is shy and solitary, nesting deep in remote wetlands that are increasingly endangered by human activity. Conservationists now race to preserve both the habitats and the mystery of one of the world's most dinosaur-like birds. Most people don't know this, but Alaska hides a treasure. The Tongass National Forest, located in the southeastern part of the state, holds the title of the largest temperate rainforest in the world, stretching across a stunning 16.7 million acres. This lush forest is a haven for a wide variety of wildlife, including black bears, eagles, and salmon, making it a critical ecosystem for both animal and plant life. Towering trees such as the Sitka spruce and western hemlock dominate the landscape and can reach heights of over 200 feet. The forest plays a vital role in carbon storage, helping mitigate climate change, and also supports the local economy through fishing, tourism, and logging industries. Visitors to the Tongass can explore breathtaking trails, witness dazzling waterfalls, and even see glaciers. With its rich cultural heritage and breathtaking scenery, the Tongass National Forest is not just a place to visit. It's an experience that connects us to nature's beauty and the importance of preserving our planet. Have you ever thought about the wonders of a rainforest so close to home? Ever hear of the art of 8 limbs? Muay Thai is an incredible martial art that hails from Thailand, and it's famous for being both a brutal sport and a graceful art form. So what makes it tick? The name itself gives a hint. Muay Thai uses 8 points of contact, which means fighters use their fists, elbows, knees, and shins to attack and defend. This unique approach creates a dynamic and fluid style that sets it apart from other martial arts. Imagine a dance, but instead of just moving gracefully, the dancers are also striking with precision and power. Beyond the physical aspect, Muay Thai is about mental strength and discipline. Practitioners often speak of a deep connection between body and mind, achieved through rigorous training and a focus on respect and honor. Whether it's for fitness, self-defense, or competition, Muay Thai empowers individuals to push their limits and embrace resilience. So the next time you catch a match or think about trying a new sport, consider the fascinating world of Muay Thai. It's a journey that sharpens both body and spirit. Ever thought about visiting North Korea? If you're daydreaming about a trip to the mysterious land of North Korea, prepare for a surprising journey even before you pack your bags. This country is known for being one of the most closed-off places on Earth, which means getting a visa is not just a walk in the park. In fact, the process can feel a bit like an elaborate puzzle. First off, most travelers cannot enter North Korea freely. They must go through an approved tour guide or agency. You can't just hop on a plane and land wherever you please. The government keeps tight control over the travel process, so visitors are usually only allowed in designated areas, and you will be closely monitored during your stay. The visa application itself involves a lot of paperwork, including a detailed itinerary and sometimes even personal information. Unlike other countries where a simple application can get you a visa quickly, here patience and precision are key. But for those adventurers willing to embrace the challenge, the reward is a glimpse into a world that feels like it hasn't changed in decades. Ever thought pets could witness your wedding? Well, in certain places across the United States, this adorable scenario is actually a legal reality. Imagine your beloved dog or cat standing proudly by your side on your special day, signing their name, well, a paw print actually, on your marriage license. Some states allow pets to be included in the wedding ceremony, acknowledging their role as cherished family members. This playful custom adds a personal and whimsical touch to the celebration, making it a day filled with love not just between partners, but also for furry companions. Many couples choose to incorporate their pets into the festivities, showing how much the family dynamic. From leash arrangements to specially tailored outfits, weddings are becoming even more inclusive for our four-legged friends. Plus, it makes for some heartwarming photo opportunities. Imagine capturing the moment your pup adorably puts their paw on a personalized canvas as a keepsake. So when it comes to saying "I do," consider inviting your pets to join the fun. They might just steal the show. You might be surprised by Scotland's national animal. It's the unicorn, a mythical creature that captures the imagination and embodies the spirit of the country. While most might expect a more conventional choice like the lion or the eagle, the unicorn represents purity, innocence, and power, making it a fitting symbol for Scotland's unique national identity. The connection to the unicorn dates back to the 15th century when it first appeared on the royal coat of arms. Interestingly, the unicorn is often depicted in Scottish lore as a fierce and untamed creature, a symbol of strength against oppression. Over the years, it has woven its way into Scotland's cultural tapestry, appearing in everything from art and literature to modern-day festivals celebrating Scottish heritage. The unicorn also plays a role in Celtic mythology, further enriching its significance as a symbol of magic and wonder. So next time you think of Scotland, remember it's not just bagpipes and kilts. There's a legendary creature standing proud as the national emblem. Here's a wild fact about Jenga blocks. Did you know that each Jenga block is not exactly the same? While they might look identical at first glance, these wooden blocks actually have slight variations in size and weight. This little quirk adds an extra layer of unpredictability to the game. Imagine you're carefully pulling a block from the tower, trying to keep it steady while your friends gaze at you with bated breath. You might think you've got the perfect piece, but these tiny differences can make a block feel heavier or lighter than expected, challenging your balance and strategy. It's like every game has its own personality based on the blocks you're using. It's this unique characteristic that can turn a simple game into an exciting test of skill and nerve. After all, one tiny miscalculation could lead to a spectacular tumble of blocks. So next time you play, remember, it's not just about steady hands, it's about embracing the unpredictable nature of those quirky Jenga blocks. Have you ever wondered why Yorktown changed history? The Siege of Yorktown in 1781 wasn't just another battle. It was a turning point in the American Revolutionary War. American and French forces teamed up to outsmart the British, led by General Cornwallis. The strategy was brilliant. While the British thought they were safe, a mix of clever maneuvers and determined fighting surrounded them on all sides. Beginning in September, the siege lasted weeks until the British found themselves running out of supplies and reinforcements. On October 17th, Cornwallis realized he had no way to escape. His surrender marked a decisive moment that shifted the balance of power in favor of the American colonies. This victory not only boosted the morale of the American and French troops, but also caught the attention of other nations, paving the way for future support. Ultimately, Yorktown led to negotiations that would grant America its independence, forever altering the course of history. Isn't it fascinating how one battle can change everything? Did you know Filipino food is a delicious adventure? Picture yourself stepping into the vibrant world of Filipino cuisine, where every meal tells a story. Iconic dishes like tocino, sinigang, and sisig are just the tip of the iceberg. Tocino, a mouth-watering fried pork dish, is known for its sweet and savory glaze that makes it a breakfast staple, often enjoyed with fluffy garlic rice. Then there's sinigang, a tangy and comforting soup that hits all the right notes with its mix of meat, veggies, and that unmistakable sour flavor, usually from tamarind. It's perfect for rainy days or just when you need a warm hug in a bowl. And let's not forget sisig, which takes sizzling pork to another level, served on a hot plate and bursting with flavor. It's an absolute must-try. This diverse culinary landscape reflects the country's rich history, blending influences from Spanish, Chinese, and indigenous cultures. Each dish offers a taste of Filipino hospitality and creativity, inviting you to join in the celebration every time you take a bite. Imagine giant mantas dancing underwater like colossal ballerinas, gliding silently through open oceans with wingspans up to 7 meters. Manta rays move with a grace that belies their size. Using large pectoral fins shaped like wings, they perform slow, elegant somersaults while filtering plankton through cephalic fins that unfurl like soft horns. Highly intelligent, mantas have large brains, exhibit curiosity, and frequently approach divers, sometimes even allowing gentle contact. They often gather at cleaning stations, hovering still while smaller fish nibble parasites from their skin. Manta migrations span thousands of kilometers, making them some of the ocean's most well-traveled giants. They navigate with apparent ease, their ballet-like spins and glides creating an underwater spectacle few have witnessed. Conservationists now fight to protect mantas from fishing and pollution, preserving not just a species, but an experience of oceanic elegance. Who would have thought the axolotl regenerates lost limbs without a scar? The axolotl, Ambystoma mexicanum, a rare Mexican amphibian, is a biological wonder frozen in a larval state, retaining gills and aquatic habits throughout its life. But its real superpower is regeneration. Axolotls can regrow entire limbs, spinal cords, parts of the brain, and even portions of the heart without leaving a trace of scarring. Instead of forming fibrous tissue, they create a blastema, cells that behave like embryonic stem cells, rebuilding complex structures with precision. Scientists are decoding the axolotl genome to understand the genes responsible, hoping to apply this knowledge to human tissue repair in spinal cord injuries. In labs, axolotls have already advanced research in limb regrowth and cancer resistance. This permanently youthful creature holds answers to some of biology's most profound medical questions. Did you know ancient Romans mastered 3 key skills? In ancient Rome, education for the elite wasn't just about reading and writing. It revolved around 3 essential arts: grammar, rhetoric, and logic. Grammar was all about mastering language, helping students understand how to communicate clearly and effectively. Imagine learning to construct sentences that make people sit up and pay attention. Then there was rhetoric, the art of persuasion, which taught them how to sway opinions and win arguments through powerful speeches. This skill was crucial because public speaking was a big part of Roman life, especially in politics and law. And let's not forget logic, the study of reasoning. It trained minds to think critically, analyze arguments, and spot flaws in reasoning. Together, these three arts formed a foundation for educated Romans, allowing them to be influential leaders, persuasive speakers, and sharp thinkers. It's fascinating how these skills laid the groundwork for modern education and are still relevant today. So next time you write or debate, remember you're continuing a tradition that goes back to the heart of ancient Rome. What if I told you the basilisk lizard can run on water? The common basilisk, Basiliscus basiliscus, nicknamed the Jesus Christ lizard, defies gravity in short bursts. When startled, it sprints across water surfaces, using its large hind feet with fringe-like scales to slap and push against the surface tension, creating tiny air pockets that support its weight. By moving rapidly, up to 20 steps per second, it keeps its body above water for up to 5 meters before sinking and swimming. Young basilisks are the best runners, escaping predators by darting across streams and rivers in a flash. This incredible feat combines speed, physics, and evolution into a natural miracle. Engineers study their foot structure and gait to develop biomimetic robots that move across liquid surfaces. With one of the most jaw-dropping evasive maneuvers in the reptile world, the basilisk proves that running on water isn't just biblical, it's biological. Believe it or not, the immortal jellyfish cheats death. The tiny jellyfish, Turritopsis dohrnii, has baffled scientists with its near-magical ability to reverse its own aging. After reaching adulthood, it can revert its cells to a juvenile state and start life anew, effectively cycling between maturity and youth indefinitely, unless it's eaten or otherwise fatally injured. This process, known as transdifferentiation, allows specialized cells to become stem-like and then respecialize, rebuilding the body from the inside out. It's not just a parlor trick of the sea, it's a biological mystery with implications for regenerative medicine and the science of longevity. The jellyfish's cycle of immortality reveals the astounding potential of cellular flexibility and reminds us that nature has already cracked secrets that science is only beginning to understand. Why exactly does Texas have the longest border with Mexico? The Lone Star State stretches an impressive 1,154 miles along the U.S.-Mexico border, making it a prominent player in the geographical and cultural dynamics of the region. This lengthy border accounts for nearly 2/3 of the entire U.S.-Mexico border, highlighting Texas's significance in international trade and migration. The diverse landscape along this border includes bustling cities like El Paso and Laredo, desert terrain, and the scenic Rio Grande River. These geographical features not only create stunning views but also serve as vital transportation routes for goods and people. Historically, this border has seen rich exchanges of culture, language, and cuisine, blending Mexican and American influences in unique ways. It's a space buzzing with energy where border life thrives through markets, festivals, and a mix of traditions. The long Texas-Mexico border is not just a line on a map. It's a vibrant tapestry of shared histories, economies, and futures. So what makes this border such an important aspect of life in Texas? This might sound crazy, but the mantis shrimp punches harder than a bullet. The mantis shrimp may look like a colorful reef dweller, but it packs one of the most powerful punches in the animal kingdom. Its club-like limb accelerates at 23 meters per second, faster than a .22 caliber bullet, and delivers over 10,000 newtons of force. When it strikes, it not only smashes shells, but also creates cavitation bubbles that collapse with a second explosive hit, producing shock waves, heat, and even light. The limb structure includes a saddle-shaped energy-storing mechanism, which scientists now study to develop resilient materials for body armor and aerospace. Aquarium glass has cracked under its blows. It's not just brute strength, It's precision engineering perfected over millions of years. With explosive power and mind-blowing speed, the mantis shrimp is one of nature's deadliest biomechanical weapons. You won't believe this fascinating blobfish secret. Often dubbed the ugliest animal in the world, the blobfish has a surprisingly interesting story that dives deep into the ocean's mysterious depths. Found along the coasts of Australia and Tasmania, blobfish inhabit waters that can be over 100 and 300 yards deep, where pressure is far higher than what we experience on land. At these depths, survival is no small feat, and that's where the blobfish's unique appearance plays a crucial role. Unlike most fish, the blobfish is mostly made of a gelatinous substance that's less dense than water. This special adaptation allows it to float effortlessly above the ocean floor without using much energy. Their blob-like figure might not win any beauty contests, but it is perfectly suited for a life where swimming isn't necessary. Instead, they spend their time lounging around, snacking on smaller creatures like shrimp and jellyfish as they drift by. So while it may look a bit strange to us, the blobfish is a fascinating example of how life can adapt to the challenges of extreme environments. This might surprise you. Fermented shark is a delicacy. Hakkarl, an iconic dish from Iceland, is unlike anything you've probably tasted. Made from Greenland shark, this traditional delicacy goes through a unique fermentation process that makes it safe to eat. You see, the meat of the Greenland shark contains high levels of toxic substances, specifically urea and trimethylamine oxide, which can be harmful if consumed fresh. But the magic of fermentation transforms this potentially dangerous catch into a staple of Icelandic cuisine. After the shark is caught, it's cleaned and placed in a pit where it ferments for several months. This process not only breaks down the toxins, but also gives hakkarl its strong, distinctive flavor and pungent smell. Imagine a cross between ammonia and strong cheese. Served in small cubes, it's often paired with a shot of Icelandic schnapps or a slice of rye bread. While the taste might take some getting used to, many locals and adventurous foodies celebrate hakkarl as a unique culinary experience steeped in tradition. For those brave enough to try it, hakkarl is a testament to the ingenuity of Icelandic culture in preserving food and embracing its wild landscapes. Just imagine for a second, a sloth carrying a living garden. Sloths are so slow that algae, fungi, and even tiny insects take up residence in their fur, turning them into mobile rainforests. The algae not only provide camouflage, but may also offer nutrients absorbed through the skin. In return, the sloth's fur offers a moist, stable microclimate. Certain species of moths live only in sloth fur, laying their eggs in the sloth's dung. It's an ecosystem in miniature, a green cloak that hides the sloth from predators and supports a network of life. Biologists have found novel antibiotic-producing fungi in this furry habitat, organisms unknown anywhere else on Earth. So when you see a sloth, don't just think lazy, think life-giving. This slow, deliberate creature wears an entire biosphere on its back, blending biology and ecology in one of nature's most unexpected symbioses. Could this really be possible? Elephants mourning their dead? Elephants don't just live in families. They feel them. When a member of the herd dies, elephants often approach the body, gently touching bones with their trunks, staying for hours or even days. They've been observed revisiting grave sites years later, standing silently and displaying clear signs of grief. In life, elephants express joy through trumpeting and rumbling vibrations, which can travel several kilometers underground. They form friendships, recognize themselves in mirrors, and help sick or injured herd mates. Neuroscientists have discovered brain structures in elephants linked to emotional intelligence and empathy, similar to humans. Their memories are legendary, and so is their capacity for compassion. In a world that often underestimates animal emotion, elephants remind us that deep feeling is not exclusive to our species. It thunders across the savanna, one rumble at a time. Cold as ice. Meet the Antarctic icefish. This remarkable creature has a secret weapon against the frigid waters of its home: antifreeze proteins in its blood. These proteins work like magic, preventing ice crystals from forming inside the fish, allowing it to thrive in water that dips below freezing. Imagine living in a place where the temperatures are so low that most other fish would simply freeze. The Antarctic icefish doesn't just survive, it flourishes in some of the harshest environments on our planet, where the waters hover around 2 degrees Celsius. This incredible adaptation is a result of millions of years of evolution, helping the icefish not only to endure the cold, but to hunt and reproduce in the icy depths. By having a clear blood that lacks hemoglobin, which gives most fish their color, the icefish also benefits by being more buoyant and less dense. This allows them to zip around the Antarctic waters more freely. So next time you think about cold climates, remember this unique fish that calls the icy world home, and just how extraordinary nature can be. This one fact flips the whole story about chameleon color change. Most people think chameleons change color just for camouflage, but that's only part of the story. These lizards use color to communicate mood, temperature, and social signals. When cold, they darken to absorb heat. When hot, they pale to reflect sunlight. A male flashes bright colors to impress a mate or challenge a rival. This isn't pigment shuffling, it's nanotechnology. Tiny crystals in their skin reflect specific wavelengths of light depending on their spacing. Nerve signals alter these distances in milliseconds, giving chameleons full control of their personal color display. It's camouflage, yes, but also language, emotion, and thermoregulation rolled into one. Every color shift tells a story, making these creatures living, flashing billboards of reptilian expression. Did you know about the towering wax palms of Colombia? These incredible trees, known as the wax palm, are the tallest in South America and can soar to heights of up to 200 feet. Found mainly in the stunning Cocora Valley, these palms are not just remarkable for their height. They are Colombia's national tree and a true symbol of the country's biodiversity. Imagine standing in a lush green valley surrounded by misty mountains and a sea of slender, towering palms reaching toward the sky. The wax palm thrives in a unique ecosystem that features cool, rainy climates and rich soil, making it a perfect spot for these magnificent giants to flourish. The trees play a crucial role in their environment, providing homes for various bird species and contributing to the local ecosystem's health. Sadly, the wax palm is classified as near threatened due to habitat loss and climate change. Thankfully, conservation efforts are underway to protect these beautiful trees and their habitats, ensuring that future generations can marvel at the breathtaking sight of wax palms dancing in the wind. Have you ever heard of the naked mole rat revolution? These quirky little creatures, known for their lack of fur and wrinkled skin, live in fascinating underground colonies led by a queen. Just like bees and ants, naked mole rats have a highly organized social structure where only the queen breeds, while the rest of the colony takes on different roles, from workers to soldiers. Their unique lifestyle contributes to their impressive longevity, allowing them to live up to 30 years, much longer than most other rodents. Even more astonishing is their remarkable resistance to cancer, which has intrigued scientists who study their genetics. In their dark, burrowed homes in East Africa, they thrive in a cooperative environment, nurturing their young and foraging for food, primarily tubers, together. This incredible teamwork and unusual hierarchy make them a standout species in the animal kingdom, showcasing how life can thrive in the harshest of conditions and challenging our understanding of social behavior in the wild. So, next time you hear about naked mole rats, remember they're not just odd, they're a marvel of nature. Did you know that bats can see with sound? While many creatures rely on vision, bats have mastered a different sense, echolocation, to thrive in complete darkness. They emit high-frequency sound waves, usually beyond human hearing, which bounce off nearby objects. By measuring the time delay and frequency shift of the returning echoes, bats construct a mental map of their surroundings with extraordinary precision. Some species process more than 100 echoes per second, adjusting their wing beats and flight path in real time to track even the tiniest insect midair. Their brains are wired to convert sound into spatial imagery, essentially allowing them to see with their ears. This remarkable adaptation has evolved independently in different bat families, showcasing nature's ingenuity. Throughout history, bats have been wrapped in myth, seen as omens or vampires, but in reality, they are marvels of bioacoustics and a source of inspiration for modern sonar and radar technologies. Sometimes it feels impossible, but penguins survive by huddling. In Antarctica's unforgiving environment, where temperatures plummet below 40 degrees C and winds exceed 100 km/h, emperor penguins have evolved a breathtaking strategy to stay warm: synchronized group huddling. Thousands of males who incubate eggs alone for months during the polar winter form tightly packed circles that function like living thermal blankets. The birds on the outer edge slowly rotate inward, taking turns warming up in the center before moving back out again. This coordinated movement, often described as a wave, ensures that no individual is exposed for too long. The core temperature of the huddle can reach nearly 1°C, vastly warmer than the surroundings. Scientists have compared the structure to fluid dynamics in physics, and it's still being studied as a model of energy efficiency. Ancient explorers once mistook these gatherings for chaos, but they're really one of nature's most disciplined survival systems. Ever tasted a pizza worth thousands? In 2007, Scottish chef Domenico Crolla created a culinary masterpiece known as the Pizza Royal 0-7, and it came with a jaw-dropping price tag of $4,200. This pizza is not your regular round pie. It's a luxurious treat designed for those who want to indulge. Picture this. It's topped with extravagant ingredients like edible gold, which glitters as you take a bite, and caviar that adds a salty burst of flavor. But wait, there's more. It features tender lobster and smoked salmon, bringing a taste of the sea to your slice. To truly elevate its opulence, the pizza includes champagne-soaked venison, adding a touch of finesse that's hard to resist. The icing on the cake, or should I say the topping on the pizza, is its purpose. This pricey dish was auctioned off for charity, with all proceeds going to a good cause. So while we might not all be able to afford a slice of this ridiculously expensive pizza, it certainly makes for an interesting conversation starter about what defines luxury dining. What if I told you buildings can stay cool without electricity? It's true, certain technologies help us keep structures comfortable without relying on air conditioning. One amazing method is the use of green roofs, which are topped with plants and vegetation. These living roofs act as natural insulators by providing shade, reducing heat absorption, and promoting airflow. They not only cool buildings, but also help with stormwater management and improve air quality. Moreover, architects use reflective materials that, instead of absorbing sunlight, bounce it away from the structure, keeping indoor temperatures low. This innovative approach is especially useful during blistering summer days, allowing people to enjoy a cool indoor environment without causing a spike in energy consumption. With climate change pushing us to find sustainable solutions, using these technologies could make a big difference. So next time you see a building with a lush garden on its roof or shiny surfaces that sparkle in the sun, remember, they might be cooler than they seem, and they're doing their part to save energy. What if I told you starfish don't have brains? While it might sound unbelievable, these fascinating sea creatures operate with a decentralized nervous system instead of a centralized brain. This means that instead of having thoughts and decisions managed from a single place, starfish have nerve cells distributed throughout their bodies, particularly in their arms. This unique setup allows them to sense their environment and respond to threats, all while being able to move smoothly along the ocean floor. Imagine being able to feel and react to your surroundings without a brain. Pretty cool, right? Even more amazing, starfish can regenerate lost limbs. If a starfish loses an arm, it has the remarkable ability to grow a new one, which is not just a party trick, but a crucial survival tactic. This regeneration process takes time and energy, but it shows the incredible resilience of these marine marvels. Starfish truly challenge our understanding of intelligence and biology, reminding us that nature comes up with surprising solutions to life in the ocean. Can you picture how big Namibia really is? Namibia is a fascinating gem tucked away in southwestern Africa, stretching over 615 square kilometers, which is roughly the size of Texas, or about 318,772 square miles. This makes it the 34th largest country in the world, a place where vast landscapes and unique ecosystems combine. To the north, it shares its borders with Angola, while Zambia peeks in from the northeast. To the south, it's neighborly with South Africa, and to the west, its coastline greets the Atlantic Ocean. This location gives Namibia a diverse climate ranging from deserts to savannas, making it home to remarkable wildlife and stunning landscapes like the Namib Desert with its towering dunes. Imagine exploring these places where the sun paints the sky in fiery oranges and deep purples at sunset. Namibia isn't just a land of size, it's a rich tapestry of cultures, history, and one of the most breathtaking natural beauty sites, making it a must-visit for adventurers and nature lovers alike. Did you know about Bryce Canyon's stunning hoodoos? This remarkable national park in Utah showcases a natural amphitheater filled with thousands of these intriguing rock formations. Hoodoos are tall, thin spires of rock that have been sculpted through millions of years of erosion, making each one unique. The park's vibrant colors range from deep red to soft pink, especially at sunrise and sunset when the light dances on the rocks. Many visitors trek along the scenic trails to get a closer look, with the Queen's Garden and Peekaboo Loop being popular choices for hikers. As the wind and water continue to shape these formations, the landscape keeps evolving, providing awe-inspiring views for generations to come. Science even tells us that the formations may collapse and change over time, adding an element of excitement for those who return to see them. Next time you think about national parks, remember Bryce Canyon and its unique hoodoos, standing tall against the test of time. What other wonders could nature hold? Wow! Turns out a lion's roar is louder than a jet engine at takeoff. Lions are not only kings of the savannah, they also reign sonically. A lion's roar can reach an ear-shattering 114 decibels and be heard up to 8 kilometers away, depending on wind and terrain. The secret lies in their vocal folds, which are uniquely shaped to produce a deep, resonant bellow using minimal lung pressure. These roars serve critical purposes, claiming territory, coordinating hunts, and reinforcing social hierarchies within a pride. The cool, dense air of night helps carry the sound across vast plains. Even in tall grass, pride members recognize one another by the distinct pitch and pattern of their roars. African folklore often paints the lion as a voice of thunder and dominance, and for good reason. Biologists use roaring to study population dynamics and pride structures, proving that in the wild, sound is power, and lions wield it like no other. Get ready to dive into the ocean's soundscape. As it turns out, the ocean is becoming increasingly louder, and the culprits are human activities like shipping, underwater drilling, and sonar technology. This rise in noise pollution isn't just a nuisance, it's causing real disruptions in marine ecosystems. Take whales, for example. These magnificent creatures depend on echolocation to navigate vast ocean distances and communicate with each other. The din of human-made sounds creates a confusing environment, making it tougher for them to find food and mates. Imagine trying to have a conversation in a bustling cafe. Pretty difficult, right? With the alarming increase in ocean noise, researchers are stepping up their game. Many are actively exploring quieter technologies that reduce the impact on marine life while still allowing us to navigate the seas. Thankfully, there's a growing awareness about this issue, leading to conservation efforts aimed at protecting these amazing animals. So next time you think about the ocean, remember it's not just a beautiful blue expanse, it's also a vibrant soundscape at risk. Hard to believe, but Virginia birthed 8 presidents. This remarkable state is often hailed as the birthplace of some of America's most notable leaders. Among them are George Washington, the first president who led the nation through its formative years, and Thomas Jefferson, the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. Additionally, James Madison, known as the father of the Constitution, called Virginia home. This rich history showcases Virginia's profound influence on the United States, both politically and culturally. The state is filled with historic sites, from Washington's Mount Vernon to Jefferson's Monticello, that offer visitors a glimpse into the lives of these extraordinary men. Even today, Virginia's legacy continues to shape American democracy and values. So next time you think of presidential history, remember that Virginia played a crucial role in shaping the nation we know today. It's fascinating how one state can claim such a significant share of the presidency, right? Dive into the secrets of the giant amphipod. You might be surprised to learn that these fascinating little creatures, typically no longer than an inch, can stretch their bodies up to a remarkable foot in length. Living in the deep, dark depths of the Pacific Ocean, around 6 kilometers below the surface, amphipods thrive in an environment that few other creatures can handle. These small but mighty crustaceans have adapted to the extreme conditions of the deep sea, where pressure is crushing and light is non-existent. Their elongated bodies and unique adaptations allow them to effectively navigate this underwater world, feeding on anything from tiny plankton to dead marine animals that drift down from above. Despite their tiny size when seen at the surface, capturing the amphipod in all its glory at the bottom of the ocean reveals a creature of impressive resilience and survival skills. Scientists are increasingly interested in these incredible animals, as learning more about them can provide insights into marine ecosystems and even potential applications for human health. So next time you hear about the amphipod, remember, there's much more to this tiny crustacean than meets the eye. Just imagine if penicillin had been tested on the wrong animal. In 1929, Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin, but its path to becoming the miracle drug of the 20th century almost ended in disaster. Scientists had to test it for safety, and the original plan was to use guinea pigs. But guinea pigs react badly to penicillin. It's toxic to their unique gut flora. Fortunately, researchers chose to test on mice and rabbits instead, which tolerated it well. Had they used guinea pigs, penicillin might have been discarded as dangerous. That twist of fate changed medical history. Penicillin saved millions during World War II and launched the antibiotic era. The wrong test subject could have cost the world decades of progress and countless lives. This moment is a powerful reminder that scientific breakthroughs often hinge on decisions that seem small, but prove monumental. Ever wondered how typing can boost nail growth? It turns out that the simple act of typing on a keyboard can actually help your nails grow faster. When you type, your fingers are constantly moving, which increases blood flow to the nail beds. This enhanced circulation brings more nutrients and oxygen to the delicate tissues around your nails, making them healthier and promoting growth. It's like giving your nails a little workout every time you send an email or chat with friends online. Plus, when you're focused on typing, you might not notice the small things like nail biting, which can also hinder growth. So instead of sitting idle, let your fingers dance across the keys, and you could enjoy longer, healthier nails in the process. Isn't it amazing how such a routine activity can have unexpected benefits? Next time you're typing away, just remember, those nail beds are happily soaking up all that positive energy. Ever wondered how many bacteria are on Earth? It's a staggering 5 million trillion. To put that in perspective, if you could somehow stack all these tiny microbes, they would stretch across 10 billion light years. That's a distance so vast it's hard to even grasp. Bacteria are the ultimate survivors, thriving in many conditions where other life forms would struggle. They can be found in the deepest oceans, the harshest deserts, and even inside your own body. In fact, you carry around trillions of bacteria in your gut, helping you digest food and keeping your immune system strong. These microorganisms play a crucial role in ecosystems, breaking down organic matter, cycling nutrients, and even influencing climate. Despite their tiny size, they have a massive impact on our planet and life as we know it. So next time you hear about bacteria, remember they're more than just germs. They're vital players in the story of life on Earth. Did you know the first mobile call changed everything? On April 3rd, 1973, history was made in New York City when Martin Cooper, an engineer at Motorola, made the very first handheld mobile phone call. Imagine a moment where a bulky, suitcase-like contraption evolved into the sleek smartphones we carry today. Cooper called his rival at Bell Labs, and as he spoke into the very first mobile phone, weighing over 2 pounds, it marked a pivotal shift in how we connect with one another. At that time, people relied heavily on landlines and payphones, so the idea of making a call on the go was revolutionary. This innovative technology came with its challenges, limited battery life and oversized devices, but it sparked an explosion of advancements in communication. Fast forward to today, and we can't imagine life without our smartphones, filled with apps, internet access, and instant messaging. That simple call didn't just change one person's day, it set the stage for an entire industry and forever altered the way we interact with the world around us. Who would have guessed that call would lead us to wireless everything? This might surprise you. The first space traveler was a dog. Laika, a brave little stray from Moscow, made history in 1957 when she became the first animal to orbit Earth aboard Sputnik 2. Laika wasn't just any pup. She was chosen for her calm demeanor and adaptability, which made her perfect for the challenges of space. Launched on November 3, 1957, Sputnik 2 was equipped with life support systems to keep Laika alive, at least for a time, providing scientists with crucial data about how living beings react to space travel. Sadly, the technology of the time didn't allow for a safe return, and Laika lived only a few hours after launch due to overheating. Despite this tragic end, Laika's journey paved the way for human spaceflight and led to significant advancements in understanding how living organisms cope in space. Her story is a mix of bravery and sacrifice, highlighting both the excitement and ethical dilemmas of early space exploration. Today, Laika is remembered not just as a pioneering astronaut, but as a symbol of the quest to explore the great beyond. Can you imagine how long your blood vessels are? It might blow your mind to learn that the human body houses an incredible network of blood vessels stretching around 60,000 miles or about 96,500 kilometers. That's nearly enough to wrap around the Earth's equator 2.5 times. These vessels include arteries, veins, and capillaries, all working tirelessly to maintain our health. Arteries carry oxygen-rich blood from the heart to every part of your body, while veins return the oxygen-poor blood back to the heart, and capillaries act as tiny bridges between the two. If you line them all up, they'd create a massive web that's not just impressive, but essential for life. This circulatory system helps transport nutrients, hormones, and waste, playing a critical role in keeping our bodies functioning smoothly. So next time you feel your heartbeat, remember that it's a signal of that vast network at work, silently and efficiently delivering what we need for survival. This might surprise you. The Internet's name came in 1974. The term Internet was first used to describe what we now know as a global network of interconnected computer systems. Back in the early 1970s, computer technology was just beginning to take off, and researchers were exploring ways for computers to communicate with one another. Imagine a world without social media, streaming services, or online shopping. The idea of connecting computers wasn't new, but using the word Internet helped define a vision of a vast network where information could flow freely across the globe. This was revolutionary as it laid the groundwork for today's modern communication. The invention sparked a wave of innovation, gradually connecting millions of people and transforming how we share information. Between emails, websites, and social networks, the Internet has changed our lives in unimaginable ways, making it easier to learn, connect, and collaborate across borders. Fast forward to today, and we can't imagine life without it. Thanks to those early pioneers, we now live in an era where knowledge is just a click away. Discover the enchanting beauty of the Faroe Islands. Nestled between Iceland and Norway, the Faroe Islands are a stunning archipelago that feels like a scene from a fairy tale. With their dramatic steep cliffs, breathtaking waterfalls, and vibrant villages, these islands invite adventure and exploration. Picture little houses with grass roofs harmoniously blending into lush green meadows and towering mountains. Nature lovers can dive into exciting activities like birdwatching and hiking along trails that offer spectacular, panoramic views of the landscape. One of the must-see spots is the Mjolfosra waterfall, which gracefully tumbles directly into the ocean. It's a favorite for photographers seeking that perfect shot. When you're ready to relax, why not enjoy an island cruise or savor delicious local fish dishes? The Faroe Islands are not just a travel destination. They're a peaceful retreat where nature thrives, making every moment a unique experience. Whether you're hiking up a rugged trail or sipping coffee in a charming village, the magic of the Faroe Islands is sure to captivate your heart. Did you know the Statue of Liberty has 7 rays? Each ray on her crown symbolizes one of the 7 continents, making the statue not just a symbol of freedom, but also a representation of our world. Measuring about 9 feet long and weighing as much as 150 pounds, these impressive rays reflect the strength and unity of the nations. When you look at Lady Liberty, you're not just seeing a grand monument, you're witnessing a celebration of global diversity. Designed by French sculptor Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi and dedicated in 1886, the statue stands on Liberty Island in New York Harbor, welcoming immigrants and visitors alike. The idea was to embody enlightenment and freedom for all. As you explore the statue, consider how each ray connects continents like Africa, Asia, Europe, North America, South America, Australia, and Antarctica, embodying the hope of unity. Isn't it amazing how a single statue can represent such vast and diverse cultures? Can you believe how popular pagers once were? In 1994, a staggering 61 million people relied on these pocket-sized devices to communicate. Long before smartphones and instant messaging took over, pagers were the go-to gadget for quick messages and alerts. Imagine being at a concert or out with friends, and instead of texting, you'd receive a little buzz or beep, letting you know someone was trying to reach you. Pagers allowed people to stay connected on the go, serving as a bridge between traditional landline phones and the mobile revolution. They were especially popular among doctors, emergency services, and business professionals who needed to stay reachable at all times. The technology was simple but effective. Just type a short message, and the pager would come alive with a tone or vibration, conveying your important news. As cell phones began to gain traction and became more affordable, pagers started to fade out. But they certainly played a key role in the evolution of personal communication. Can you imagine a world without texting? Pagers were indeed a vital step in that incredible journey. Did you know Africa has the most countries? With a stunning total of 54 unique nations, Africa stands out as the continent rich in diversity, culture, and history. Each country is like a vibrant thread woven into the colorful fabric of the continent, offering its own languages, traditions, and landscapes. From the bustling markets of Nigeria to the breathtaking deserts of Namibia, Africa's countries vary widely in geography and climate, making it a place of endless discovery. This variety extends beyond just landscapes. Africa is home to over 1,500 languages spoken across the continent, showcasing its deep-rooted cultural heritage. Additionally, the nations range from small city-states like Seychelles to vast countries like Algeria, providing a fascinating glimpse into how geography shapes identity and lifestyle. Despite facing challenges like economic disparity and political instability, African countries have made great strides and continue to grow, each contributing unique perspectives to the global community. So next time you think of Africa, remember it's not just one place, but a continent bursting with incredible stories and countless nations to explore. Here's something incredible about ostrich eggs. These remarkable eggs are the largest of any bird, weighing in at a whopping 3 pounds and measuring around 6 inches long. To put that into perspective, it's like having 24 chicken eggs all bundled up into one massive egg. Ostriches, the giants of the bird world, lay these stunning eggs as part of their reproductive cycle, typically in a communal nest that can hold multiple eggs from different females. The eggshell is thick and strong, providing excellent protection for the developing chick inside. In fact, an ostrich egg shell is so sturdy that it can even support the weight of an adult human if they stand on it carefully. This incredible size and strength make the ostrich egg not only a fascinating part of nature, but also an important survival strategy for these birds living in the wild. Plus, they have a fun fact attached. The creamy white color of the shells has made them a symbol of purity and new beginnings in many cultures throughout history. So next time you think of eggs, Remember the mighty ostrich egg. It truly is an extraordinary marvel of nature. Unbelievable fish facts, gender changers in action. Some species of fish, like the fascinating clownfish, can actually change their gender during their lifetime. Isn't that something? This unique ability is all about their social structure. In a group of clownfish, you'll often find one dominant female, the big boss of the bunch. But if she were to leave or die, the largest male would then transform into a female to take her place. This change isn't just a simple switch. It involves physiological changes that help them adapt and thrive in their environment. Such transformations are crucial for maintaining the social dynamics and breeding success of their group. Similar gender-changing behavior can be seen in other fish like groupers and wrasses, showcasing the incredible adaptability of ocean life. Imagine the scene. A clownfish that used to hang out in the shadow of its female counterpart suddenly finds itself in a new role. This remarkable flexibility in gender identity helps ensure stability and continuity among their aquatic communities, making fish life in the ocean even more astounding. Ever seen the giant salamander in action? The Chinese giant salamander holds the title of the largest amphibian on the planet, and it's truly a sight to behold. These impressive creatures can grow up to 1.8 meters long, making them longer than many small cars. Imagine catching a glimpse of one of these gentle giants gliding through freshwater streams or lurking in cool, dark caves. Not just a remarkable size, these salamanders are also ancient, having existed for millions of years. They can live for over 50 years, which means they often outlast several generations of humans. Sadly, despite their longevity, these amphibians are in serious trouble due to habitat loss, pollution, and illegal hunting. Their unique looks, with wrinkly, baggy skin and feathery gills, make them fascinating but also vulnerable, leading to their endangered status. Conservation groups are racing to protect these animals and their habitats, hoping to ensure future generations can appreciate the wonders of the Chinese giant salamander. Here's a wild fact about presidential wealth. Did you know that Donald Trump stepped into the Oval Office as the richest U.S. president ever? When he took office in January 2017, his estimated net worth was around $3 billion, a staggering amount compared to his predecessors. This wealth didn't come from a life of political service. Instead, Trump made a name for himself as a real estate mogul and television personality, becoming a household name long before his political career. His empire includes luxurious properties, golf courses, and even a branded line of ties. While most past presidents have had impressive careers before entering politics, none had amassed a fortune like Trump's. This unique background also played a role in his approach to policies and governance, as he often emphasized entrepreneurial spirit and the importance of business and economic growth. Trump's presidency was as much about his persona as it was about policies, stirring conversation and controversy across the nation. So while politics might seem like a world of its own, Trump's transition from businessman to president shows how diverse backgrounds can lead to unexpected leadership styles. Can you believe red bell peppers pack more vitamin C? It's true. In fact, red bell peppers have nearly 3 times the amount of vitamin C compared to oranges, making them a superstar in the nutrition world. While we often reach for oranges when we think of vitamin C, which is great for immune health and skin, we might be missing out on the colorful crunch of red bell peppers. Just one medium-sized red bell pepper can deliver about 152 milligrams of vitamin C, while a medium orange has only around 70 milligrams. This vibrant vegetable not only helps boost your immunity, but is also loaded with antioxidants, which are important for overall health. Plus, they are versatile and delicious. Whether you're tossing them in a salad, roasting them, or munching on them raw with a dip, they add great flavor and color to any meal. So next time you're at the grocery store, consider grabbing some red bell peppers. They're not just eye-catching, they're nutritional powerhouses bursting with benefits. Is it really true that wind turbines harm birds? You might be surprised to learn that in the UK alone, between 10,000 and 100,000 birds lose their lives each year because of collisions with wind turbine blades. These tall, rotating structures are often hard for birds to see, especially in bright or overcast skies. However, researchers have discovered a fascinating solution to help reduce these unfortunate incidents: painting one of the turbine blades black. By doing this, they create a striking contrast against the sky, making it much easier for birds to spot the blades in their flight paths. In fact, this simple paint job can cut bird deaths by an impressive 70%. This innovative approach highlights the importance of finding a balance between renewable energy and wildlife conservation. As we continue to embrace clean energy solutions like wind farms to combat climate change, it's crucial to consider the impact on our feathered friends and explore creative methods to protect them while still harnessing the power of the wind. Did you know ducks have super swimmer feet? Ducks are truly remarkable when it comes to their adaptations for life on the water. Their feet are designed like nature's own paddles, featuring beautifully webbed toes that allow them to glide effortlessly through lakes, rivers, and ponds. When they flap their feet, those webs stretch out wide, pushing against the water and giving them extra propulsion. But there's more to their feet than just swimming. Ducks have a unique circulatory system that keeps their feet warm even in icy waters. Blood vessels in their legs are arranged in such a way that warm blood flowing down from their bodies heats up the cooler blood returning from their feet. This clever system helps prevent their toes from getting cold, allowing them to wade into chilly water without discomfort. So the next time you see a duck paddling around, remember that those impressive feet are not just for show. They're perfectly engineered for swimming and staying warm. How cool is that? Here's a wild fact about avocados. Did you know that this creamy green delight is actually a fruit, not a vegetable? It might come as a surprise, especially since we often see avocados in savory dishes like guacamole or as a topping on toast. But in botanical terms, a fruit is defined as the part of a plant that develops from its flowers and contains seeds. Avocados fit this description perfectly. They grow on tall trees and contain a large pit inside, which is the seed. In fact, avocados belong to a group of fruits called berries, making them cousins to other fruits like blueberries and grapes. This means that while we think of them as part of our vegetable-based diets, they are more closely related to something sweet. The avocado tree, native to central Mexico, can produce fruit for over 100 years, producing a single tree's yield. With their rich, buttery texture and unique flavor, these fruits are not just tasty, they're nutritious too, providing healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals. So next time you enjoy an avocado, remember you're indulging in a delicious fruit,